issues and matters that are harming the community as a whole, individuals, families, the community.
You pull out your phone, you
Scrolling.
unlock it, you scroll, yeah, you're scrolling. Wallah,
Time is like a sword, huh?
yeah, wallah, it is.
Use it wisely or it's going to cut you.
And how it's pulling us away, and just seeing how families don't even talk to each other, and little things like this.
Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters, and welcome to our new podcast on social poisons. I'm your brother Abu Abdurrahman, and I'm very pleased to be joined by my dear brother Hanney Rababi. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalam wa rahmatullah, Sheikh.
It's good to have you.
Always a pleasure.
We've spoke about this for a while, and here it is. Inshallah, this will be the introduction to this new podcast speaking about social poisons or issues and matters that are harming the community as a whole, individuals, families, the community as a whole. Brother Hani, how have you been?
Wallah, alhamdulillah, khair, Sheikh. Yourself?
Wallah, good, alhamdulillah.
Hanging around.
How you doing in the new season of spring and daylight savings kicking in Sydney?
Hala, time change. We gotta get used to it. Still getting used to it. Times change. You get more time in your day. I don't know. Still adapting, Sheikh. Still adapting. Alhamdulillah.
There's positives and negatives. The days are longer.
Yeah, wallah, you get used to it. Once you get used to it, khalas, it's just a routine. It's just a routine. There's positives. You get more time during your day. You can take the family out. You got more time before Maghrib.
Yeah.
So by the time I finish work and Maghrib time comes, I got a big gap in between. So it is. It's a good thing. Alhamdulillah. You get more time during your day.
It is a few months, huh? October, November, December, January, February, March, April in Sydney. Start of April.
No.
Yeah, so that's a good few months, and it does take a week or two to get used to it. But as Muslims, you have to make use of your time.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the most important thing.
It is, because if you don't structure your time, khalas, rahat alaik. Wallah.
Time is like a sword, huh?
Yeah, wallah, it is.
Use it wisely or it's going to cut you.
It's going to go against you.
Against
Turn
you.
on you.
It's going to harm you. And this is why we've decided, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, by the will and permission of Allah, to discuss this topic, social poisons. And from the greatest social poisons today, for example, is the phone. We're talking about time, the phone. We can all ask ourselves regarding the phone. What do we do with it? How do we use our time on the phone? Because we know it could be something which is useful and something which is very harmful.
Hala, I believe most of our time, our wasteful time, goes on our phone. Because it's so easy to access, Sheikh. Most of the time, if you're sitting down, we know from ourselves, every time we get free time, what are we doing? You pull out your phone, you unlock it, you scroll, you're scrolling. You're scrolling, you're looking. And that's the question. What are you looking at? What are you searching for? What are you watching?
So you know what's interesting? Like the phone is like a vehicle, really. You can apply, it's like a car. Bikes back in the day, the good BMXs, mountain bikes.
The pigs at the back.
That's right, yeah. Recently, my kids got some bikes, and I'm telling them back in the day how I used to put the bikes together and take them apart, and we're all like that. And there was bike shops where you take the bikes. How times have changed. That's how we used our time back then.
What's his name? Walsh in Punch Bowl?
Jack Walsh in Punch Bowl. Shout out to the brothers. This is in Punch Bowl. I think in the 80s and 90s. I think he closed in the 90s from memory.
I was too young. I think his sign always growing up.
Shop in Greenacre. Shout out to the brothers and sisters in Greenacre. There was a half bike shop in Greenacre on Waterloo Road there. Jack Walsh was on Punch Bowl, just after the
on the bridge.
After the bridge there,
the bridge,
where it becomes meets with the boulevard there.
Mazboot.
So that's how we used our time back then. The bike, as we were saying, is a vehicle. The car is a vehicle. Your phone is a vehicle, meaning it can take you to do good and it can take you to do evil and harm. And that's why you got to ask yourself what you are using your phone for. And inshallah, in this podcast, that's what we'll be discussing. Things like the phone and where it can take you and the various things you can use it for. Things like today, the phone, it's meant to connect you more, but we see a sort of epidemic in terms of loneliness. We're meant to be more connected than ever, but in reality, we're more lonely than ever. This can be, a social poison. And other such issues such as drugs and alcohol, intermingling between the genders where there's no boundaries or no rules, and other things like that, our dear brother Hanney. Now, this is just an introduction. We are going to speak a bit more about the phone and where it can take you. Anything you'd like to add to that?
No, I think you covered everything, Sheikh, but it's true, especially about the phone and about how it's dividing us now and how it's pulling us away. and just seeing how families don't even talk to each other, and little things like this that you see and you notice when you're out. But like you mentioned, this is only an intro, and we'll talk about it furthermore, inshallah, when we get into it, when we get deeper into it, because I believe it's very, very important.
And as we were looking and preparing for it, and I shared with you some of the info, a lot of these problems are, you know, they cross paths and they meet. Like, for
100%.
example, the phone and communication. You know, it's meant to make you it's meant to make you communicate better. But in reality, you sit there with your family and no one's talking to anyone.
Made
In
it
some
worse.
cases, you might even send a text to your family member who's there.
It's in the house,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? In the house, can you get me a
Oh,
bottle of water from the fridge or
yes.
something like that? You know, take the
Yeah.
rubbish out. Don't forget to take the rubbish out and stuff like that.
Subhanallah. That's the big problem. Even when you see it when you go out, families are going out or they're eating together or whatever. The kids, everyone's on his own device. No one's talking to anyone. Or even when you're traveling now, if you're going on a trip with the family, khalas, everyone's got headphones on. The kids got headphones on. No one's talking to each other.
Yeah, I saw that the other day. Like each child is like, you got the car and you got the devices in the back,
on the
on the
screen.
headrest. Yeah, the
on
screens
the
there. Everyone's
TV.
watching what they want to watch.
Yeah,
They're
no.
binging on Netflix or all the other social media, and that's brings us to social media as well.
Another
You
problem.
know, another issue. So all these things, you know, we want to be just and address them in the best way. That yes, they can be vehicles for good, but predominantly, as we see, sadly, and what we've experienced, they are vehicles and they are tools that are being used for the shaitan to basically take us where he wants. We seek Allah's protection.
Ameen.
So, inshallah, with this introduction, uh, we will finish for today. And inshallah, next time, we will start with the all important topic of the phone, the positives, the negatives, where it can take you, and some useful advice and productive advice bi'idhnillahi ta'ala for how we can maximize our time with these types of things. Barakallah feekum. I'd like to thank our dear brother Hanney for being with us.
Barakallah
And
feek,
until
Sheikh.
next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Salam.